The Starchild Skull is one of the most debated and mysterious archaeological discoveries of the modern era. Discovered in Mexico in the 1930s, this unusual skull has been the subject of intense speculation, with some researchers suggesting it may provide evidence of extraterrestrial life, while others argue it represents an unknown genetic disorder. Despite extensive research and DNA testing, the true origins of the Starchild Skull remain unknown, fueling decades of debate among scientists, UFO enthusiasts, and skeptics alike. The skull was reportedly found in a cave in northern Mexico by an American woman who was exploring abandoned mines. It was later acquired by researcher Lloyd Pye in the late 1990s, who dedicated his career to uncovering its secrets. From the moment it surfaced, the skull's highly unusual features made it stand out from any known human remains. Unlike a normal human skull, the Starchild skull has a much larger cranial cavity, thinner bone density, and an abnormally shaped face with shallow eye sockets. These characteristics led some to speculate that it could be of non-human origin. One of the most significant differences between the Starchild skull and a typical human skull is its brain capacity. While an average adult human skull holds about 1,200 to 400 cubic centimeters of brain matter, the Starchild skull's capacity is estimated to be around 1,600 cubic centimeters, despite being the size of a child's skull. This suggests the possibility of a highly advanced brain structure. Additionally, the bone composition of the skull is much thinner and lighter than normal human skulls. Yet it is significantly stronger, containing unusual microscopic fibers not typically found in human bone. Lloyd Pye and his team conducted DNA testing in the early 2000s, with initial results indicating that while part of the skull's DNA was human, another portion appeared to be unidentified. This fueled speculation that the Starchild skull might belong to a human-alien hybrid or an entirely unknown species. However, subsequent studies by mainstream scientists challenged these claims, suggesting that the skull likely belonged to a child suffering from congenital deformities, such as hydrocephalus, which can cause an enlarged skull. Despite these alternative explanations, many researchers remain unconvinced. The skull lacks many of the typical signs of hydrocephalus, and its structural differences go beyond known medical conditions. Some argue that the heat-elongated skull could be evidence of artificial cranial deformation, a practice seen in ancient cultures, but the Starchild skull does not exhibit the symmetrical flattening consistent with this practice. The unusual eye sockets and lack of sinus cavities further deepen the mystery, as they do not align with any known human skull deformities. Over the years, several independent labs have attempted to analyze the skull's genetic material using advanced DNA sequencing techniques. Some researchers claim that a portion of the DNA remains unclassified, suggesting that it may belong to an unknown lineage. Others argue that the discrepancies in the DNA analysis could be due to contamination or incomplete sequencing methods. The scientific community remains largely skeptical of the more extreme claims regarding the Starchild skull. Many experts assert that until more definitive evidence is presented, the most logical explanation is a rare genetic disorder rather than extraterrestrial origins. However, for those who believe in the possibility of alien contact, the skull remains one of the most compelling pieces of physical evidence, suggesting the existence of non-human intelligence. The debate surrounding the Starchild skull continues, with researchers calling for more advanced testing to conclusively determine its origins. Whether it is simply an unusual human skull, evidence of an unknown hominid species, or something far more extraordinary, the mystery remains unsolved. As technology advances, future genetic studies may provide clearer answers, but for now, the Starchild skull remains one of the most intriguing and controversial anomalies in history.